What if I told you that the secret to living a vibrant, healthy life past 90, maybe even to that incredible century mark, isn't hidden in some expensive supplement or a far-off secret clinic? It's not about luck. It's about a handful of powerful, practical, and beautiful habits that you can start today. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're over 60, or even if you're caring for someone who is, the questions that start bubbling up. What does quality of life really look like in the decades to come? How do I keep my energy, my sharpness, my independence? Well, that's what we're diving into today. We're unpacking 18 longevity secrets, not tips, but deep, evidence-based principles to help you not just add years to your life, but add life to your years. And look, I'm not going to rush this. Longevity is a journey, not a sprint. So, settle in, maybe grab a cup of tea, and let's explore the first few profound secrets from the world's longest living people, the folks in the famous blue zones, and the latest in aging research. These first few are foundational. They're the pillars everything else rests on. Longevity secret number 1. The power of purpose, your Ikigai. You've probably heard of the term Ikigai. It's a beautiful Japanese concept that essentially means a reason for being. Your purpose, the thing that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning, even on a cold, rainy day. This isn't a soft, feel-good idea. It's a robust longevity factor. Research from Okinawa, Japan, one of the original blue zones, consistently shows that centenarians, people who live to 100 or beyond, all have a strong, clear sense of purpose. They don't retire and then stop. They retire and redirect. They might shift from being a CEO to tutoring children, from being a farmer to becoming a storyteller for their grandchildren. The activity changes, but the core feeling of being needed and contributing remains. Think about it this way. When you lose your purpose, your body often receives a signal that its job is done. This can accelerate cognitive decline and immune system weakening. When you maintain a strong purpose, you engage your brain, you stay socially connected, and you encourage physical activity. How do you find or redefine your Ikigai right now? It doesn't have to be massive. It could be volunteering at a local shelter for an hour a week. It could be dedicating yourself to mastering a musical instrument you always wanted to learn. It could be the daily, dedicated work of writing your family history. The key is that it must be something that gives structure to your week and a sense of value to your day. It's the engine that keeps the machinery running smoothly. I'd love for you to take a moment right now and just comment below. What is one small thing you can do this week to reconnect with your sense of purpose? We are a community here, and sharing ideas helps us all. Longevity secret number 2. Harnessing hormesis, the stressors that save you. This one might sound a little counterintuitive, but stick with me because it's one of the most powerful biological secrets to a longer life. It's called hormesis. Hormesis is the biological principle that a little bit of stress, a mild, temporary shock to the system, is actually beneficial and strengthens the body against larger stresses later on. Think of it like a vaccine for your cells. You give the system a small challenge, and the body overcompensates, becoming stronger and more resilient than before. When you live a life that's too comfortable, too temperature-controlled, too predictable, your cells get lazy. They don't build the robust defense systems they need. The longest living people in the world incorporate hormetic stressors naturally into their lives. What are these stressors? 1. Temperature stress. Cold and heat. This is one of the most accessible forms. Using a sauna, heat stress, or taking a 30-second cold shower at the end of your warm one, cold stress, forces your blood vessels to rapidly dilate and constrict. This is fantastic for cardiovascular health, and triggers the release of heat shock proteins, which are like little cellular repair crews that clean up damaged proteins. Start small. A few minutes in a sauna, if you have access, or just lowering the temperature of your shower at the end. Always talk to your doctor, of course, especially if you have heart conditions. 2. Nutritional stress, intermittent fasting. We'll talk about diet more later, but the simple act of giving your body a break from digestion, known as intermittent fasting, is a perfect example of hormesis. When you fast for 12 to 16 hours for example, finishing dinner by 7 p.m. and not eating until 11 a.m. the next day, you activate a profound cellular cleanup process called autophagy, literally self-eating. Your cells consume and recycle old, damaged components, making way for new, healthier ones. It's the ultimate spring cleaning for your body, and it's a powerful longevity switch. Remember, hormesis is about mild, temporary stress. It's not about pushing yourself to exhaustion or taking risks. It's about challenging your body just enough to make it stronger. Don't be afraid to be a little uncomfortable sometimes. Discomfort is often a sign of growth, even at the cellular level. Longevity secret number 3, the beauty of the move naturally mindset. When I talk about exercise, I don't mean a punishing, hour-long session on a treadmill. In fact, people in the blue zones don't go to the gym. They don't run marathons. They simply live in environments that constantly nudge them into movement throughout the day. This is the move naturally principle. Think about the traditional Okinawan garden or the Sardinian shepherds. Their lives are structured to require physical movement. They squat to tend their garden beds. They walk up hills to check on livestock. They sit on the floor and have to use their core and leg strength to get up. A movement called the sitting rising test, which is actually an excellent predictor of longevity. For us in the modern world, we have to engineer this natural movement back into our lives. It's about making the healthy choice the easy choice, or even the only choice. Ditch the remote control mindset. Don't park closest to the door. Park furthest away. Take the stairs instead of the escalator, even if it's just one flight. Embrace movement snacks. Instead of trying to squeeze in a big block of exercise, try 2 or 3 5 to 10 minute bursts throughout the day. Do a few squats while waiting for the kettle to boil. Walk around the house while on a phone call. Get low. Practice sitting on the floor, maybe to play with a pet or grandchild, or just to read a book, and then getting back up without using your hands. This is a simple, beautiful way to preserve the hip and knee mobility that is so crucial for independence as you age. The goal isn't to look like a bodybuilder. The goal is to preserve your functional strength so you can carry your groceries, play with your great-grandkids, and continue to explore the world on your own 2 feet well into your late 80s and 90s. Movement is medicine, and movement throughout the day, not just during one scheduled hour, is the prescription for a long, healthy life. Longevity secret number 4, the 80% rule, Hara Hachi Bu. Now we move into the crucial area of nutrition. And the secret here isn't a complex diet plan or counting calories. It's a beautiful, mindful concept from Okinawa. Hara Hachi Bu, pronounced Hara Hachi Bu. It's a mantra, Reminder spoken before meals. That means eat until you are 80% full. This is profound for a few reasons. First, it acknowledges the body's lag time. There's a delay of about 20 minutes between when your stomach is actually full and when your brain registers that feeling of satiety. If you eat until you feel completely full, you've actually overeaten by a significant amount. By stopping at 80%, you give your body a chance to catch up and avoid that feeling of uncomfortable post-meal sluggishness. Second, and more importantly for longevity, It's about calorie restriction without malnutrition. Studies consistently show that reducing overall calorie intake while maintaining nutrient density is one of the most reliable ways to slow down the aging process in almost every organism studied. When you constantly overfeed your body, you put it in a perpetual state of growth and storage. This activates pathways that accelerate aging and oxidative stress. By leaving that 20% margin, you nudge your body toward repair and maintenance. How do you practice Hara Hachi Bu? Slow down. Chew your food thoroughly. Put your fork down between bites. Engaging your senses, smelling the food, appreciating the texture, helps your brain register the meal more fully. Smaller plates. Use a salad plate instead of a dinner plate. It's a simple visual trick that makes a normal portion look more substantial. The 20-minute pause, when you feel that first satisfying sense of fullness, not stretched but satisfied, simply stop. Cover the rest of your meal or clear your plate and wait 20 minutes before deciding if you're truly still hungry. More often than not, you'll realize you are perfectly nourished. This isn't about deprivation. It's about optimization. It's about eating until you are energized, not until you are exhausted from digestion. It's a habit that honors your body's natural wisdom. Longevity secret number 5. The hydration foundation, water as medicine. You know, it sounds almost too simple to be a secret, but consistently, the people who live the longest, healthiest lives are meticulously hydrated. We're not talking about fancy sports, drinks, or sugary juices. We're talking about pure, clean water. As we age, our sense of thirst actually becomes less reliable. Our body's ability to regulate fluid balance shifts, and by the time you feel thirsty, you're likely already mildly dehydrated. Dehydration is a silent enemy, especially for those of us over 60. It's a major contributor to fatigue, headaches, poor concentration, and even constipation. And here's the longevity kicker. Proper hydration is absolutely vital for cellular detoxification and maintaining the viscosity of your blood. Thicker blood makes the heart work harder and can increase the risk of clots. So, how do we make hydration a mindful habit? The morning ritual. Start your day with a big glass of water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon. This rehydrates you after sleep and kickstarts your metabolism. The water rule with meals. Make it a non-negotiable rule to drink a full glass of water before every meal. Not only does this aid in digestion, but it helps trigger that Hara Hachi Bu feeling of fullness, secret number 4, so you naturally eat less. Keep it visible. If you don't see it, you won't drink it. Keep it designated. Attractive water bottle or carafe on your desk, in the kitchen, or by your favorite reading chair. It's a simple, visual cue that works wonders. Remember, every chemical reaction that keeps you alive, from nutrient transport to nerve signaling, requires water. Think of water as the foundational maintenance fluid for your beautiful, complex 100-year-old machine. Longevity secret number 6. The plant slant plate, fueling the microbiome. When we look at the diets of centenarians across the globe, one pattern is undeniable. They eat a diet that is heavily, almost exclusively, plant-based. I'm not saying you have to become a strict vegan, but the focus must be on what I call the plant slant. In regions like Ikigai, Greece, and Loma Linda, California, the diet is built around beans, lentils, whole grains, and a huge variety of seasonal, colorful vegetables. Meat is consumed sparingly, often just a few times a month, and is used more as a side dish or a celebratory flavor. Enhancer than the main event. Why is this a longevity secret? It comes down to 2 major elements. 1. Fiber. Plant foods are packed with fiber, which is absolutely critical for managing blood sugar, lowering cholesterol, and, most importantly, feeding your gut microbiome. The trillions of bacteria in your gut are responsible for producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which reduce inflammation and support cognitive health. A healthy gut is the hallmark of a long, healthy life. 2. Polyphenol. These are the powerful micronutrients found in the pigments of colorful plants, like blueberries, dark leafy greens, nuts, and red wine. In moderation, of course. Polyphenol act as powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. They help protect your cells and DNA from damage caused by free radicals, effectively slowing down the cellular aging process. The action step: aim to have at least 3 different kinds of legumes, black beans, chickpeas, lentils, in your diet every week. And try to make a conscious effort to ensure 90% of your plate at lunch and dinner is covered with things that grew out of the earth. It's not about restriction, it's about adding in nature's most potent medicine. If you're finding this information valuable, the best way you can tell me is by tapping that like button right now. It helps this message reach more people who are looking to live their longest, most vibrant life. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss the rest of these life-changing secrets. Longevity secret number 7, the power of the tribe. Surrounding yourself with health. This secret moves away from diet and into sociology, but it's just as potent. The longest-lived people in the world are deeply embedded in supportive social networks. In Okinawa, they call these Moai, 5 friends who are committed to each other for life. When you think about health, we often focus on individual actions. I need to eat better, I need to exercise. But human beings are fundamentally social. When you're surrounded by people who practice healthy habits, those habits become your norm. If your 5 closest friends are active, focused on purpose, and eat whole foods, it takes almost 0 effort for you to do the same. This is called positive peer pressure. Furthermore, social connection is a powerful stress buffer. Loneliness is a public health crisis that has been shown to be as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. When you have deep, meaningful relationships, your body produces less of the stress hormone, cortisol, which directly preserves your cardiovascular health and your immune function. Practical steps to strengthen your tribe. Be the initiator. Don't wait for others to call you. Pick up the phone. Schedule the coffee date. Start the walking group. Invest in depth, not breadth. It's not about having 500 Facebook friends. It's about having 3 to 5 people you can call at 3 a.m. Prioritize the relationships that feel safe, supportive, and reciprocal. Find a group with purpose. Combine secret number 1, purpose, and secret number 7, tribe. Join a choir, a book club, a community garden. Doing something meaningful with others is the ultimate longevity booster. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your tribe wisely, and you choose a longer, happier life. Longevity secret number 8, the wine and the nap, strategic relaxation. Not all stress is bad. Remember hormesis in secret number 2. But chronic, uncontrolled stress is a killer. It accelerates the shortening of your telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that measure cellular age. The centenarians have mastered the art of strategically shedding stress. 2 common, beautiful examples pop up in the blue zones. 1. The Mediterranean meal. In Sardinia and Ikigai, a small, controlled amount of alcohol, like a glass of red wine, is often incorporated into a social, plant-based meal. It's not about drinking to excess. It's about the relaxation ritual. Red wine, specifically, contains resveratrol, a polyphenol that has been linked to longevity pathways. The key is moderation and timing with food and with friends. 2. The siesta. Nap in Ikaria, Greece. People are famous for their afternoon naps. Napping has been shown to reduce stress, improve memory consolidation, and is associated with a lower risk of heart disease. A 20 to 30-minute nap, a power nap, can be a powerful reset button for your nervous system. The takeaway is not necessarily wine or naps, but finding your own daily de-stress ritual. This could be 10 minutes of quiet meditation, listening to music, deep breathing exercises, or a short walk in nature. The critical part is that it is non-negotiable, and you do it every single day. Don't wait until you're overwhelmed. Proactively manage the stress before it manages you. Longevity secret number 9. Brain health as physical fitness, novelty, and neuroplasticity. Most people think of aging as inevitable cognitive decline, but that simply isn't true for many centenarians. Their secret? They treat their brain health exactly like physical fitness. They constantly challenge it with novelty and practice neuroplasticity. Your brain, even well into your 80s and 90s, has the ability to form new neural connections. This is called neuroplasticity. The key to activating it is getting out of routine. If you do the same crossword puzzle every day, you'll get good at that crossword, but you won't necessarily make your brain stronger overall. The longest living people are constant, lifelong learners. They don't necessarily sit in classrooms, but they engage in activities that demand complex, novel thought and coordination. Learn a new language or skill. Even starting with a few phrases or attempting a complicated recipe you've never tried can fire up underutilized parts of your brain. Play a musical instrument. This is the ultimate brain workout, requiring fine motor skills, auditory processing, and memory retrieval all at once. Use your non-dominant hand. Try brushing your teeth or eating with your opposite hand. It's awkward, but it forces your brain to create new pathways. Deep social interaction. Remember secret number 7? Having meaningful conversations with people who hold different perspectives is one of the best ways to keep your cognitive gears grinding. The message here is simple. Stay curious. When you stop learning, your brain starts shrinking. By actively seeking novelty, you are literally building new, resilient pathways for a sharper mind at 100. Longevity secret number 10. Mastering the sleep sanctuary. Anti-aging reset. You can follow every other secret. Purpose, movement, diet. But if you don't master sleep, you are fighting an uphill battle. Sleep is not a luxury. It is your body's nightly maintenance crew. And it is arguably the single most powerful anti-aging reset button you have. During deep sleep, your body does critical work. 1. Glymphatic system cleanup. This is the brain's waste removal system. It activates during deep sleep, flushing out toxins and metabolic waste products, including the amyloid beta plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. 2. Hormone regulation. Key hormones like growth hormone, essential for tissue repair and metabolism, are released. 3. Memory consolidation. Your brain files away the day's experiences, moving them from short-term to long-term memory. The centenarians prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. But it's not just about the duration. It's about the quality and the rhythm. How to create your sleep sanctuary. Stick to a schedule. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. This stabilizes your circadian rhythm. Digital sunset. Turn off all blue light emitting devices, phones, tablets, TVs, at least 60 minutes before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, the critical sleep hormone. Read a book or listen to calming music instead. Cool and dark. Make your bedroom as dark and as cool as is comfortable. A temperature between and is generally optimal for deep sleep. Give your body the deep, restorative rest it deserves. It's the closest thing we have to the fountain of youth. Longevity secret number 11. The gratitude practice, shifting the lens. Longevity isn't just about the physical body. It's profoundly about the mindset. And one common thread among happy, long-lived people is an undeniable commitment to gratitude. People who practice gratitude regularly are not only happier, but they also have lower levels of stress hormones, a stronger immune system, and better heart health. Why? Because the practice of focusing on what is right in your life, rather than what is wrong, shifts your nervous system out of the fight or flight stress state, sympathetic, and into the rest and digest state, parasympathetic. This is a crucial physiological state for cellular repair and long-term health. Integrating gratitude. The morning 3. Before you even get out of bed, name 3 specific things you are genuinely grateful for. It could be the smell of coffee, the comfort of your warm blankets, or the chance to see a new day. Specificity matters. The gratitude journal. Spend 5 minutes writing down 1 or 2 sentences about moments of beauty, connection, or kindness you experienced that day. Doing this before bed can also help prime your brain for better sleep. Express it out loud. Don't just feel grateful, say it. Thank the cashier, thank the bus driver. Thank your loved ones for small acts of service. The act of expressing gratitude deepens social bonds and reinforces your positive mindset. A grateful heart is a resilient heart, and a resilient heart is a long-lived heart. Longevity secret number 12. Sitting less and walking more. The low-intensity default. We talked about move naturally, secret number 3, but this secret drills down into 1. Specific, powerful habit, walking. The average centenarian doesn't have a complicated exercise routine. Their default mode of transportation and activity is walking. They live in walkable communities and often have daily tasks like collecting water, tending a small farm, or walking to a community gathering that keep them moving. Sitting, conversely, is often called the new smoking. Excessive sitting slows down your metabolism, reduces your ability to regulate blood sugar, and increases your risk for cardiovascular disease. The longevity goal: break the sitting cycle. The 35 rule. If you're sitting for work, reading, or watching TV, set a timer. For every 30 minutes of sitting, get up and move for at least 5 minutes. Walk around the room, do some light stretching, or march in place. Daily distance. Aim for a specific walking goal every day. It doesn't have to be 10,000 steps, but maybe it's a dedicated 30-minute brisk walk. This rhythm is powerful. Walking not only engages your largest muscle groups, but also clears your head, boosts mood, and is easy on the joints. Walking is the most underrated longevity drug available. It is free, accessible to nearly everyone, and highly effective at preserving independence and heart health. Longevity secret number 13. The sunlight prescription, vitamin D, and circadian health. This secret is simple, but often overlooked in our modern, indoor lives: sunlight. Humans evolved outdoors, and we need daily exposure to the sun for both physical and hormonal health. The most recognized benefit is vitamin D production. Vitamin D is technically a hormone, not just a vitamin, and it's critical for calcium absorption, protecting bone density, immune system function, and even mood regulation. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from the sun, making intentional exposure even more important. Talk to your doctor about testing your vitamin D levels and consider supplementation if needed. but sunlight is the best source. Beyond vitamin D, sunlight, specifically morning light, is essential for regulating your circadian rhythm. Secret number 10. Exposing your eyes to bright light. Even on a cloudy day, within the first hour of waking signals your brain to stop producing melatonin and to start producing cortisol, the daytime energy hormone. This strengthens your sleep-wake cycle, leading to better sleep at night. Action step. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes of direct sun exposure on your skin, without sunscreen, if appropriate for your skin. Tone and UV index between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and get outside for a walk or coffee break right after you wake up to get that bright morning light into your eyes. It's a natural, free way to boost both your mood and your bones. Longevity secret number 14. The non-compromised checkup, prevention as longevity. While many of the secrets focus on lifestyle, we can't ignore the importance of modern medicine in supporting a long life. The key is shifting the focus from treatment to prevention. This is about being proactive and establishing a non-compromised checkup routine. This means regular blood work, working with your doctor to go beyond the basic panel. Look at things like inflammatory markers, C-reactive protein, advanced lipid panels like ApoB, and of course, vitamin D levels. These markers tell you what's happening beneath the surface, allowing you to catch and correct potential issues before they become full-blown chronic diseases. Adherence to screenings. Don't skip your colonoscopies, mammograms, or bone density scans. Early detection of cancer or osteoporosis is a longevity game changer. Dental and vision health. Chronic gum disease is strongly linked to heart disease and inflammation. Maintaining eye health is crucial for preventing falls and preserving the functional independence that we all crave. Think of your checkups not as a chore, but as scheduled maintenance for your 100-year plan. Longevity secret number 15. Embrace the digital age, connecting and learning. For those over 60, technology is often seen as a barrier. But in the hands of centenarians, it becomes a powerful longevity tool. Why? It combats the two biggest threats to aging: loneliness, secret number 7, and cognitive stagnation, secret number 9. Learning how to video call a grandchild across the country, joining an online learning course, or managing your financial accounts online all serve a dual purpose. They keep you socially connected, and they provide that crucial cognitive challenge. The Digital Action Plan. Dedicate time each week to master a new piece of technology. Learn how to use a new app for tracking your steps, secret number 12, or finally set up that video chat program to talk with distant friends and family. This engagement is a vital part of staying relevant and stimulated in the 21st century. Longevity secret number 16. The power of probiotics and fermented foods. Returning briefly to diet, this secret focuses on the ancient art of fermentation. Cultures with high rates of longevity almost always incorporate fermented foods into their daily diet. Miso in Japan, yogurt and kefir in the Mediterranean, sourdough bread. Fermented foods are packed with natural probiotics, beneficial bacteria that supercharge your gut health, secret number 6. A diverse, healthy gut microbiome is essential for boosting immune function. As much as 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut. Improving the absorption of key nutrients, producing mood-regulating neurotransmitters like serotonin. Action step. Start incorporating small amounts of naturally fermented foods daily. A spoonful of kimchi or sauerkraut. A daily cup of unsweetened kefir or natural yogurt with live cultures, or even a shot of kombucha. Feed your gut, and your whole body will thank you. Longevity secret number 17. Managing your stress. Mindset, the 5-minute rule. We discuss strategic de-stressing, secret number 8, but this secret addresses the mindset of stress. Centenarians are not stress-free, but they have learned to control their reaction to stress. They don't sweat the small stuff because they recognize that prolonged worry is a biological poison. The 5-minute rule is a powerful technique when something minor goes wrong. Traffic, spilled coffee, a missed call. Allow yourself exactly 5 minutes to feel frustrated, complain, or worry about it. When the timer is up, you must intentionally let it go and redirect your attention to something positive or productive. This simple rule trains your brain to interrupt the chronic worry cycle and prevent minor irritations from becoming major, long-term stressors that damage your heart and brain. Choose calm over chaos every single time. Longevity secret number 18. The ultimate nutrient, hope and optimism. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate longevity secret, one that underpins all the others, hope and optimism. Studies repeatedly show that a positive outlook is a common trait among centenarians. They see challenges as temporary, setbacks as learning, opportunities and the future as full of potential. Optimism is the mindset that fuels purpose, secret number 1, drives us to connect with others, secret number 7, and gives us the motivation to move every day. Secret number 3, longevity is not just about avoiding disease. It's about anticipating joy. It's about believing that your best years are still ahead of you and acting in alignment with that belief. Your mental expectation shapes your physical reality. Believe you have a vibrant future, and you are far more likely to take the actions that make it so. Wow, we've unpacked 18 profoundly powerful secrets, from the deep internal sense of Ikigai to the simple, daily acts of walking and mindful hydration. If you absorb just 3 of these secrets into your daily life, say the 80% rule, the 35 sitting rule, and the commitment to your tribe, you will have fundamentally shifted your trajectory toward a longer, more vibrant life. I truly hope this deep dive has provided you with actionable wisdom. Living to 100 shouldn't be a daunting goal. It should be an exciting possibility, full of health and independence. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you found even one secret that resonated with you, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button right now. And if you're committed to this journey of vibrant aging, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so we can continue to explore these important topics together. Remember, every single day is a chance to make a choice for your future self. Choose wisely. Choose joyfully. I'm sending you all my best wishes for health, happiness, and a long, magnificent life. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.